Yep, you're at the Books and Music Review Show, and I'm showing you the BAMR studio. Yeah, that's what it looks like when I'm not using the green screen. And so, hold on a second, I'm going to do a little bit of adjustment in here. A little bit of adjustment. Now I've got it, okay. And we're going to welcome you to the Books and Music Review Show. We got something kind of interesting today. Well, don't we have something kind of interesting all the days? Let's see. Let's go into the studio. Oh, I forgot to bring the mic stand with me. Oh, I don't need this. Hold on. What I'll do is I'll just put this mic down and use the other one. We usually are on Saturdays on channel 34. And 12:30. Okay, tell me if those green buttons go. Raise your hand up in the air if the green buttons are going. They going? Okay. So, welcome to the Books and the Music Review Show. Do we have a green light out there? We do. Okay. So, I have to read you something. Yeah, Bare Bones Studio. This is the way I like it today. Bare Bones. I'd like to read something. I have a book. I don't know if it's going to be a book review. I'm going to read some things from the book. And I'd like to read something that I found. I'd like to read something that I found in, I'll tell you where I found it, probably online. You know what, I'll read that last. Yeah, I think that's better, well, middle or next to last. I have a book called 1,000 Hacks. There you go. I could bring it closer to the camera, but you can see that. 1,000 Hacks, I will bring it closer to the camera. Hold on. So it's 1,000 Life Hacks. It's called 1,000 Life Hacks. And it's written by Dan Grabham. Oh, we got the produce through sign. That's too early for that. Let me go take that off. I forgot to take that out. That's too early. Technical difficulties. Let's put it on a single display. Okay, so it's 1,000 Life Hacks by Dan Grabham, or Grabham? Grabham! Well, I don't know. That's the guy's name. So I want to, life hacks in the definition of this particular kind of, when you think of hacks, usually you think of something different. Life hacks are things that make life easier. So if you have a life hack that you don't hear in this show or you haven't read in the book, tell us about it. Write to us about it. Let me know your life hack. So, my life hack. The first part of the book is by, there's a whole bunch of chapters, different chapters. So they have life hacks for work and tech. That's one. Then they have home and cleaning. They have do-it-yourself. They have fashion. No, I'm not big on fashion. But they have life hacks for fashion. Then they have food and fitness. We got on the F theme there. What about faith? I don't see that in here. I'll give you the life hacks for faith. It's not in the book here. Then there's travel and kids and parenting. And then there's an index and acknowledgments. And I'm going to read you the acknowledgement. Thank you to my wife, Leela, her patience and support, as well as everyone at Quintet, both in and out of the house, for their help and guidance. And that's what the author is saying. Dan Grabham is a UK-based writer specializing in technology and lifestyle. He is currently the editor of a tech website. I can't say that name of the website, but you get the picture. He's interested in sports and technology and music, and I guess making life easier for himself and other people. So let's go to life hacks and see how we can make it easier. Which one should we do first? Travel, fitness, Food. Let's try food, since a lot of people, I mean, if you're alive, most times you're eating some form of food. So we'll go to food is on page 144. Because I'm getting hungry. Food. It tells you how to dice an avocado. I'm not interested in that because I'm not eating avocados. And I've heard that we might have a shortage of avocados soon. I'm not going to miss that. Okay, next, how to keep a salad fresh. Put it in a bag, blow it up, and then seal it. I don't think so. I'm sorry, that's whack. That's not a hack. You don't want to blow on your food or on someone else's food. So it says, keep a salad fresh, put it in a bag, blow into it, and then seal it up. And then you could throw it in the trash, as far as I'm concerned. So, okay, so some of the hacks are whacks, but that's only my opinion. I don't know what your opinion is. Maybe you're comfortable with blowing on the bag, whatever. Okay, next. You want to drain spinach? Roll it up in a paper towel and shake. That's a little better. Shake it over the sink. Okay, life hack number 562. That's, there's 1,000 life hacks in here. 562. Need to drain spinach. Oh, I just did that one, right? 560, that was 561. 562 is, and I'm going to talk a little slower because I do tend to talk like a speeding train. Remember, you can always add vegetables to salads as accompaniments. And you don't have to stick to the rules. That's a good thing. You know what? When it comes, no wonder. I was getting a headache, and I'm like, why am I getting a headache? I'm wearing reading glasses and looking at the lights. I don't need reading glasses for that. Let's try this. Can I still read? Yes. That's way better. Okay, life hack 563. Why? No, that's not working. It's good for the sun, but not for reading. It's the lights again. Again, the lights are bothering me. Again, I'm going to lower the lights. Hold up. I'm going to lower the lights because they're bothering me. Let's see, these. No, it's not those. It's not the ones behind me. That's the one, I think. I hope you guys can still see me because it's darker in here. That's good. That's a little bit better. This one's still bright, but I'm going to try to do it with that. Okay, that's much better. The light was shining on the glossy pages of this book. Why not match up vegetables to go with a meal on common cooking times? I don't even understand that life hack. I'm going to read it slow. Maybe you can explain it to me. Why not match up vegetables to go with a meal based on common cooking times? I guess now I understand it. Got to read it twice. Hey, I'm not a big food person. I like this one here, 564. If you're adept with chopsticks, try eating a salad with them rather than stabbing the vegetable with a fork. What about bananas? Bananas. If your bananas are close to being past their best, chop them into chunks without the skin. Place them on baking paper. I'm going to try this. And put them with custard for dessert or smoothies. I guess it's the time to make a banana split. When the bananas are going, go out and get that ice cream, make a banana split. Okay, dried beans and pulses are best. I don't know what a pulse is unless it has to do with medicine or the human body. Dried beans and pulse, P-U-L-S-E-S. What is a pulse? Wow, there's a word I don't know. Do you know what a pulse is? Email us and let us know what a pulse is. P-U-L-S-E-S. It says dried beans, and there's no picture of this. Dried beans and pulses are best, but sometimes you'll need to use kidney beans or similar from a can. Make sure you wash them first to remove excess salt. Yes, speaking of salt and sugar, they go together, like spices. So I have been complaining to myself for like 2 or 3 years that The watermelons are not sweet. Years ago, we had watermelons, big old watermelons with black seeds, and they were so delicious and so red and so juicy and so sweet. I'm spoiled. That's what I grew up on, that kind of watermelon. Now you go get a watermelon, it's like, it's not even sweet. At least not by my standards. See, years ago when you get that big watermelon, it was like eating a cup of sugar. I don't know, now maybe the health freaks are out there going like, too much sugar for the watermelon, let's grow it this way. So I got to brainstorm because my brain thinks slowly when it comes to these things. If the watermelon's not sweet, don't bring it back to the store. Don't just throw it away. Cut it into small chunks and then sprinkle sugar on top. I know, I said sprinkle sugar on top of the watermelon. Then you have the most juiciest sweet watermelon. Okay, I did one thing. Joan, and I know Joan doesn't mind me mentioning her name because this was her helpful hint, and it had to do with watermelon and salt. She had said something about that if the watermelon's not sweet, put salt on it. And I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work. That's what I was thinking. How is salt going to make watermelon sweeter? She said that people have done it. Thank you, Joan. That was an excellent hint. No joke. I tried it. I had this watermelon that was not too sweet, not to my standards. And I just cut some and I threw some salt on it. Just sprinkled lightly the salt. To my great surprise and shock, I don't know how that happened, but it made the watermelon sweeter. I'm not kidding. You put the salt on the watermelon and it made it sweeter. But I have a hack to that hack because I discovered something. If you're going to do that, cut the watermelon chunks out, put it in a dish, separate the watermelon juice from the watermelon first. Don't just put the salt on top of the watermelon. If you just put the salt on top of the watermelon juice, which you are going to drink because it's so great, is like salty watermelon juice. But if you cut the chunks out first and put them in a dish, then put your salt on top of the watermelon and have the juice separate, the juice is still a little bit sweet, and actually you could put a drop of sugar in the watermelon juice. I took all the juice and I could cut very close to the rind and I made a watermelon smoothie. So for the smoothie, I used watermelon. I used a little cap of real lemon juice. It comes in the bottle. I forget the name of it. Thank you. It's excellent. So a little cap of lemon juice, a bunch of watermelon. I did put about a cup or two of filtered water in there. And what else did I use? I can't remember what else I put in there. But throw in anything sweet or any kind of, I was going to say vegetables. Yeah, you can throw in carrots. I've done it before with the watermelon and the carrots and everything. And put it in the blender and press smoothie. Yes, you have a watermelon smoothie. I'm off the track. I went off the book. Okay, so that's it. You mentioned watermelon and that's the end of it. I love watermelon. Okay, next hack. Well, this is kind of interesting. No, I'm not going to mention that one. Write in if you want to hear that one. More food hacks. Clean any type of grinder but with a spoonful of rice inside, grinding it until it's a powder, then tapping it all out. That's kind of pretty cool. What kind of grinder do you use for food? I guess like those machine grinders or whatever. It's claiming that you can clean it with rice. I've heard that you can clean other things like the hand grinders with bread, a piece of bread, stale bread or whatever. Some even with a potato. That's not in the book. Okay, next food hack. 5 great ways to eat better at work. Well, you guys who work here for the studio. I know you guys are they like the food. Sorry, I haven't brought any, but I can give you hacks, food hacks. For a healthier breakfast at your desk, create a jar or container of healthy stuff, including a basic granola, if you like granola. I don't. Adding fruits and berries on top. Hack number 577, don't oversnack at your desk. It's hard, but take healthy snacks into work to compensate. Try and stick to regular meals, and especially don't skip breakfast. On that, healthy snack. Healthy snack that doesn't open. It's a lollipop. Oh, I didn't drink water. It's only right that if I'm talking about food hacks that I should have a little snack. Snack, snack. Is our sound better this week? I hope. I'm hoping. Next, I don't see any marshmallow hacks. Let's see if there's an index in here. Oh, there is an index. I'm going to look up marshmallows. Okay, in the Life Hack book, we got the M theme going, but there's Max, magnetic strip, makeup, organizing, spillages, storage, masking tape, mattresses, cleaning, and meat. Mattresses, cleaning mattresses. We've got a hack for that. Medical information. I'm going to look that one up. Melatonin, microwaves, mouthwash, muffins, and mushrooms. What kind of a hack could you have with mushrooms? I don't know. I'm going to start with that one. 162. I don't know if that's the page or the number of the hack. I'll look. Oh, it must be the page. Page 162 for a mushroom hack. Oh, by the way, there is a show on TV called Hack Your Life or something like that. 162. I like the show. I think it's kind of really cool. And like they say, some hacks are whacks. They're not hacks, but they call it Hack Your Life. Okay. 162 mushrooms. I went to 161. Ta-da! Okay. There's nothing on page 162 about mushrooms. Nothing. There's a note about blueberries. It says add them to bland cereal because they're rich in antioxidants. Then there's one that you can remove a strawberry stem from a strawberry by using a straw, like just pull it out. Likewise, you can pit cherries with the chopsticks, like just buy pitted cherries. Well, eat some other fruit. So 162 must have been, hack number 162 might be mushrooms. Let me look that up. There's not a thing about mushrooms on that. Okay, either I need to put my glasses on before I read a book or they messed this up. I'm going to guess it's that I need my glasses. Because hack number 162, which I think should be mushrooms, it says, if you're a professional and you don't have a LinkedIn profile, you should. It ranks well in Google for your name, providing you're not John Smith, and is a good way of making yourself a legitimate professional. Look at that. So the hack book is trying to say that if you join LinkedIn, that makes you a legitimate professional. I tend to disagree with that, but it's a nice site. I think it's nicer than the Facebook. I didn't say the word. Okay. Oh, speaking of Facebook, I found something that I was not very happy with. Because, you know, there's been a lot on TV about Facebook and Facebook. I call it Fakebook. About privacy and all. And somehow I always just like fiddle and click and fiddle in their privacy settings and everything to see what else is new, to see what they've changed. And they do, trust me, they change it all the time. So I just found a spot on Facebook where they literally track every single thing you do. And they have this whole page there that's like you clicked on this site and that site and that site. And I'm looking at the sites and I'm like, no, I didn't click on that. So like they're just like, maybe you click on someone's page who has that on the site. I have no clue. But I'm telling you, Facebook's privacy, there is none, zero, zip, nine. Forget it. So when you post on Facebook, as of today, and don't say I didn't tell you, pretend like you're just going to put it on the front page of the newspaper and then adjust what you'd like to say, considering that the whole world is going to see it. What can I tell you? Okay. So what you can do is you can go to Facebook and change the language of your Facebook. Yeah, somewhere in there you could click and change your Facebook to another language. You can change it to Spanish or Kurdish or some other kind of language, or Dutch or German, or you can do that. Change your language. And then, I'm not going to say that. Okay. I'm going to go back and find the mushrooms. I'm going to look that up again and see where I made the mistake. If you like mushrooms, wait, stay tuned. Mushrooms. Mushroom. Where is mushrooms? It says mushrooms, 162. That was right. I'll try that again. I'm going to look for hack. I just looked at hack number 162. And that's if you're a professional. Wait a minute. I'm going to go back to look at page 162. Yeah, I'm still not seeing any mushrooms on page 162. If anybody'd like to come and... there's something about you can use... Oh, I found it! It was a little tiny print all the way at the bottom. Okay. And it's on page 162. It is hack number 632. You can use an egg slicer to cut strawberries or slice mushrooms. Duh. No, just put them in whole, slice them with a little knife. That's whack. That's not a really... I guess unless you have to slice like 10,000 mushrooms, maybe. I still think it's easier with a little knife. Okay, what else? Oh, I got 7 minutes left. I think I better start reading what I was going to read. 1,000 Life Hacks by Dan Grabham. Clever ways to make your life easier at work, home, play, whatever. I'm going to read this. I got 7 minutes. I don't know if it'll take more than 7 minutes. I did not write this. You'll know when I interject with my own thoughts, I usually change my tone. I didn't write this. I'll start like this. Somebody said, and I'll tell you his name at the end of this, somebody said, the power of prayer. It's the most powerful thing there is. Who said that? I'll continue to quote this person. America will be a nation that believes forever, and we certainly believe more than anyone the power of prayer. It's the most powerful thing there is. I'm going to skip over what the writer said, and I'm still going to quote this person. Tonight, we break bread together, united by our love of God, and we renew our resolve to protect the sacred freedom of religion. All of us. Okay. I'm going to give you a clue now. In a proclamation on the National Day of Prayer in 2019, our president stated, the United States' steadfast commitment to upholding religious freedom has ensured that people of different faiths, get that word, different, everybody, all religions, I stuck that in there, people of different faiths can pray together and live in peace. As fellow American citizens, we have no tolerance for those who disrupt this peace, and we condemn all hate and violence, particularly in our places of worship. President Trump also condemned the recent anti-religious hate crimes that occurred in America and abroad, including the recent shooting at Chabad of Poway Synagogue in San Diego. President Trump says all of us in this room send our love to the Jewish Americans wounded at this Poway shooting in California, and all our hearts break for the life of Lori Gilbert Kay, who was so wickedly taken from us. President Trump said we mourn for the Christians murdered in Sri Lanka on Easter Sunday, and we grieve for the Muslims murdered in their mosques in New Zealand. Here at home, President Trump says, we also remember the 3 historically black churches burned recently in Louisiana and the horrific shooting last year at the Tree of Life Synagogue. Our President Trump said, he then reiterated the importance of prayer in his speech at the National Day of Prayer, May 2nd. He says, I'd like to begin this by sending our prayers to the people of Venezuela in their righteous struggle for freedom. And we have 3 minutes and 50 seconds, and I hope I can finish this. On this day of prayer, we once again place our hopes in the hands of our Creator, and we give thanks for those wondrous lands of liberty. And this is truly the greatest of lands of liberty, our country. Our country is special, and it will always be special. It will be greater than ever before. On this day of prayer, we once again place our hopes in the hands of our Creator. We give thanks for this wondrous land of liberty, and we pray that this nation, our home, the United States, will be forever strengthened by the goodness and grace and eternal glory of God. And that's, you want to talk to that man? It was Donald J. Trump at the real Donald, well, you know where it is. I can't say the whole website. I don't think I wrote it down right. And this is truly the greatest of lands, our country. Our country is special. It'll always be special. It'll be greater than ever before. I kind of believe that. I've always loved the United States, probably because I was born here. I just love it. And I know, you know what, if I was in any other country, or at least in some of the other many countries that don't have freedom the way we have it, I probably would not be sitting here talking on television. And last but not least, in 2 minutes and 20 seconds, I guess I'm going to put on the produce through eventually. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Watch us on Saturday at 12:30. If you're seeing this at any other time, 12:30 in the afternoon, on Verizon, on Spectrum with Channel 34. You can find us on Twitter. You can, well, if you write to us, we'll tell you where we are all over the place. Wait there. Don't go. Excuse me. And my favorite little book that I've had for years. Oh, I should go over here. Oh, years, I'm away from the mic. Let's go this way. How's that? Can you see me now? Can you see me now? It's like Verizon. Can you hear me now? Good stuff. I can open up to any page in Good Stuff and read something fabulous. I've had this book for like, I don't know, decades probably. Pride is tasteless, colorless, and sizeless, yet is the hardest thing to swallow. August Black. Oh, that reading, that was from the Epic Times, the quote of the National Prayer Day, that was from the Epic Times. And the author of the part that I didn't read, she wrote, in attendance at the dinner were representatives from various faiths, Christians, Muslims, Jews, Sikhs, and Hindus. The author was Janita Khan. 43 seconds, let's go. And one thing I want to say, thank you for that reminder. I have this thing here. What? Do you know what this is? I gotta go over here. What is this? No, it's not a hat. If you know what it is, write to us and tell us what this is. Oh my God. Write to us, and it could be a hat. There's a dunce hat. I'm gonna hold it to the camera. See, it's like, it looks like a strainer, but it's like a slanted strainer. 8 seconds. Gotta go. Thank you for watching the show.